Hi!
Hello, hello, hello! How are you this morning?
Today we're spinning with Mummy!
We're spinning today! We are spinning today. We're spinning some more of this baby alpaca. This is braid 2 for those of you that are like, but hang on, didn't you just finish that?
No.
And I'm testing out my new 3D printed bobbin. Good morning, Shenanigans. How are you?
Hi, Shagana.
Almost.
Hi!
It's just like, just settle high. That'll do. Good morning, Kermit.
Hi! Kisses for me?
Kisses for Daryl Winchap. That would be nice. Let's turn that up a little bit. I'm good. I'm semi-awake. Semi-awake.
Even El Jambo kisses.
They can only do LGR ball kisses if they subscribe to Elle as well.
If you do that, I will be happy.
You will be happy.
I like El Jambos. They're definitely
You should be quite overloaded actually if you follow me everywhere, because I've just uploaded a Twitch video as well. It wasn't supposed to go live until 10 o'clock and I thought, well, I'll upload it now while I'm getting ready, and I ramble a bit in it, mind.
I'm gonna put a film on.
Oh yeah, I don't think you are. I think you can go play for a little bit.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. I'm gonna put a film on.
No, you can go play for a little bit and put film on in a wee while. Go on, you were playing quite happily with Transformers just now.
You mean?
Go on, go and play. I'm down the hallway or something.
I'm waiting for kisses.
Oh.
Kisses for me?
You have to come back in a little while, okay? When there's more people in chat. Yes, I should have gone live yesterday really, because I was uploading this video and I rambled something rotten in it. And oh gosh, oh yay, Vic's hosting.
Hi, Vic.
Morning, Vic. How are you? That always makes me jump.
And in my reading eggs award here, there's kind of a basket here.
Yeah.
That takes you to play with that game that I was playing, which I was playing yesterday.
How are you, Mr. Vic? Hey, Doc's hosting as well. Good morning, Doc. How are we? How is everybody?
Can I kisses?
And Daryl wants kisses if you're in chat, please. He's dermal-headed, asking for kisses.
So, there's a little basket, yeah, which takes me somewhere where that game was.
She says, morning, Daryl. She does lots of kisses. Happy now?
I want more.
Right, go play for a bit.
So that...
Go play for a bit. You can come back in a minute. Tell me some more in a minute. Go on. I can't talk while you're talking.
Can I play on the tablet?
What happened last night that you couldn't walk? No, you can't play on tablet. Don't. Because I don't like it. Right, look, you've got more kisses. Off you go. Go play for a bit. Get your cars out in the hallway. Go and get your cars out in the hallway. Play with your cars in the hallway and you go down the hallway.
Or in the living room.
Yeah, you could, but a small room out in the hallway. So, come on, Doc, tell us, what were you doing last night that you couldn't walk?
This one is called Hot. I forgot his name.
I
Jar
can't-
Jar.
Okay,
And this one's called Hot Wheels.
okay.
Get
Go
the
on
name.
then. Okay.
Huggies for you.
Hi. No, it's noisy out there. So, how's everybody's week been? Have you all been okay? Endo period pain now and again. Oh, I'm sorry. I contacted my GP yesterday because I still haven't had this month's period. I'm on day, what's this, 43 I think, 43, 44. Shh. And yeah, so I did like the e-consult thing. And I've got some cramping, but you know, nothing huge. It's a bit like, oh, every now and then. And so I did the consult thing that you have to do to, like, you know, get into what is now your GP surgery. And the doctor emailed me back pretty quick actually, and he's like, well, it's only been 10 days. It's a bit early for us to sort of, you know, really investigate. But I've put you down for a callback in a month, and if you still aren't bleeding, then we'll do what we can. So I was like, oh, okay. And then I was looking through my journal last night, and I thought, I must be about due for a cervical smear, you know. So I had a quick flick back, and yeah, I'm due in September. So when I sort of next talk to him, I might say, look, can I have my smear brought forward and go from there? I'm good, Vic. I'm good. How are you? And Vig and the kiddie winks. They all alright? Good morning, Matt. How are you?
Hi, Matt.
That's not our Matt. It's a different Matt.
I know.
Okay. Shut up, mother. What do you know?
I'm going to draw something for you.
You're going to draw me something. Oh, good.
I'm just doing something.
Watches all the men leave and talk of women-y bits.
Boys are better than girls. Boys are better than girls.
You shut up, you. Go on, go play.
I'm going to draw something here.
You have to be quiet then if you're going to be in here.
What should I draw you?
I don't know. I'm not too bad. Not too bad. Tired. I don't like warnings. Yes, it is louder than the wooden ones. But it's an empty bobbin, so I find the empty bobbins do clatter a bit more. Plus the mic's right above the bobbin because that's where that camera is attached to. The camera is attached to the mic, so the mic is right above it. You're half asleep still. I know, it's awful, isn't it?
I made you a dragon. I made you a cool dragon.
You've only been up since 5. I don't know. We had this discussion last time. I don't do mornings. I've been awake since 8. And I'm dying. I don't like mornings at all.
I'm making
Your
a
doctor's
map.
like, suck it up most of the time you can.
I'm making a map.
That's just because he's a man and he's an asshole.
I'm making a map, yeah? All the way to a dragon with a chest.
Alright then, go on then. Do you want some actual paper so you can do it on paper?
I'm doing on my whiteboard.
Yeah, but if you do it on paper I can put it in my journal then, can't I? And you can go get your pens and make it all colourful and stuff. You just woke up and didn't go to sleep till 5. What are you doing until 5? Okie dokie. Lurky, lurky.
Mummy, I made the map. So you know what all that is? That's the sailing way.
Oh, okay.
And the dragon has treasure. How do you make a sword? You see all that spinning there? So
I was reading a post on Facebook this morning, and this woman was saying like her father-in-law to be is the main perpetrator, but apparently a lot of her fiance's family think it's alright to comment about her weight, even though like she's like had a baby a few months ago, and apparently they're all like, oh, you're still you know, still haven't lost that baby weight and all that lot, think it's okay to do that. And I was like, you what? Who does that? And she was like, well, I can't say anything because, you know, we live with his dad and all this lot. And I was like, yeah, absolutely you can say something. I fucking well would. Tell him to push a basketball out of his ass and see how hot he looks. I hate when people think it's okay to do that. Oh, I've got a new noise. What is that? That is like rattly, isn't it?
yeah.
What is clicking? Do I even want to know?
Mummy?
Can't see what you were doing, but a dentist had an appointment to them. Oh, okay. I thought you were single.
Mummy?
Oh, okay. Oh,
It's done.
cool.
You know what those are?
Mm.
They're writing. Do you know what they say? Okay. This one says, this is for you.
Okay.
Sam. Mum, Dad, love.
Okay.
The next part of it says, this is a treasure map to a dragon with a treasure chest. We'll stop the dragon, but first we need to... It's asleep, so we can quietly grab the treasure chest before it wakes up. But it'll wake up when we grab it. So I've got an idea.
He only watches?
So that's what the next part says. Now, there's a bit of the writing, so I'll tell you all the writing. It's pretty good. Okay. So, this is a good drawing,
It's
isn't
a
it?
good treasure map, isn't it?
Yeah, and the sea turns into a loopy-loop. I've never seen that before.
Go on, off you go. Go play, please.
Can I put a film on?
No, I've said you can go play. Not putting a film on yet. My alpaca's got all knotted.
Where's an alpaca?
That's what the fiber's called.
Okay.
Ah!
Is it stuck?
Yeah, it's like knotted around itself.
Everyone would like to see this.
No, go on. Go play. For God's sake, it's like felted around itself. And I can't get it off. Because I haven't got my nails to pick it out. That's it. Right, go play, go on.
Mummy, you can draw other stuff.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. You've never come across Squirty before. You thought she'd piss the bed or something, didn't you?
You draw other stuff on here, like a giant temple, a doggy, ways to get to different planets, all sorts of
Yeah,
things.
you could. Could you go play like I keep asking you to? I can give you some paper if you want, and you can go and do some colouring.
Yes, please.
You want some paper? 2 ticks while I just provide the child with paper. If you go find your pens, you could do like loads of pictures for me to go in my journal. And come in here, but you'd have to be quiet.
Should I do it in the living room?
Yeah, if you want to, or you can do it in here. Tea time. My son's got an emoji that's a teacup. Oh God, I do like tea in the morning, or you know, hourly. Okay. I probably should have cleaned my woolly winder before starting the second braid. Never mind. I never have.
You get me tea blanket.
And I don't get the attraction either, because, you know, I mean, sleeping in the wet patch is disgusting enough, but if it's a wet patch to that magnitude...
I'm gonna
You'd
use
have to put a rubber sheet down.
I'm gonna use a red colour first.
Okay, I did say if you're going to do it in here, you have to be quiet. And you might want to find a book to lean on, otherwise you'll damage the paper. Why don't you go and get your little table and bring it in here?
What table?
Your little table in the other room.
Oh, you mean that big table?
The table, yeah.
You're gonna give that to me?
How is it we always end up talking about sex when Matt's here? Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know. I'm in one group and they all seem to be able to do it. But I just don't get the attraction to it. Looks like it makes a hell of a mess. You're sexually active. Some of us aren't sexually active through choice, you know. Or is it because it's a rarity for you to be sexually active?
Do you like the map?
Well, yeah. You manage?
No.
Oh, lift it up, child. Come on. Pick up your paper off the floor. For fuck's sake, I should let you put a bloody film on.
What?
Pick your paper up off the floor and put it on top of the table. You know, if you hadn't left paper right in the middle of the floor, you'd have had room to put the table.
I'm putting on that. You put a film on.
No, you're not sitting in front of the TV all day.
Okay.
Arguing with a 6-year-old. This is my life. Am I spinning in space? Yes, do you like it?
Mummy, I'm going to read a book.
What book? Oh, where's that book? That space background is actually wallpaper, and I got a sample from a local shop for local people. Yeah, I got a sample from a shop and I scanned it into my scanner, scanned it into my computer, and I was like, actually, that would make quite a good background. I really like it. I want to buy loads of the wallpaper and do like an entire room in it or something. That would be cool. And the colours match.
I took a drink in.
Okay.
Just in case I get thirsty. Let's see on the blue chair. And get my pen.
So what's everybody been up to this week? Come on. Any stuff to talk about? I'm thinking of dyeing my hair. But whenever I say that, my daughter just rolls her eyes at me. Because the issue I have is where I'm quite grey now. Because I'm old and feeble. As soon as it starts to grow again, I basically have to dye my hair every month. Or dye the roots in every month. Okay.
Here's hat.
Because, you know, the change in colour is quite drastic. But I want to put my extensions back in. And they're a brown colour because it's my hair before it went grey. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. You're about to get out of bed and make yourself useful. Well, that sounds like a plan.
Mummy, I'm making you a muddy puddle.
A muddy puddle, great, thank you.
And it's a muddy puddle that we've got boots on and we splash in it.
Okay.
The muddy puddle is grey.
Oh, excuse me. Froggy throat.
My throat's okay today.
That's good then.
He's just chilling out watching TV in his life. That's what he's been doing every single time.
He's going to go hunt up a bikini model for. We need a bikini model? What do we need a bikini model for?
I'm making a new meteor.
My hands must be a bit clammy. This keeps going yucky on me. The dog is snoring. I don't know if you can hear her.
Yeah, I'm gonna hear it good. making you a cool meteor. Is that cool?
Yes. Can you do it quietly though? That would be even cooler.
No.
Matt, oh, he's going to get a bikini for him to model for us. That's a bad mental picture, that is, Dork. That's a bad... I'm not sure I'm quite awake enough for that, actually. Is it going to be a G-string one?
The meteor is ready. And the meteor is going to splash into the muddy puddle. I made it before.
So you're actually seeing this dentist then, or is it just like a friends with benefits type thing then? Come on, spill the beans, Matt. Beans, we've got nothing else to talk about. Oh, excuse me.
I made a doggy. I made a doggy.
Okay. Use all the colours as well. You have to do everything in red. Come on.
I like red.
I know you like red, but there are, 49 other pens in that thing.
You want purple?
Lots of colours.
What?
I want lots of colours.
You like purple? Guys, Mum's favourite colour is purple.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know why. How about I draw you in purple?
Ooh, nice.
I made you purple. The dog is actually me.
And she doesn't mind your hours then.
Dark blue. Trying to think what to do. What colour I should use next. Let's use dark blue. Dark blue is also...
She probably wouldn't believe you either, considering that you're still at home. And all that lot. Why are you still at home anyway? If you have millions.
Look now. I made you a silly rock. a metal, a button, and 2 rods.
Because you've moaned about living there. And you were saying only the other day that you weren't sure whether to buy a house or not, or buy a place. Oh, okay. Couldn't live with my mum. We'd end up killing each other. Oh, excuse me, guys.
Mummy, I made a zombie.
A zombie? Cool.
But the zombie doesn't have a mouth.
He's not a good zombie then if he hasn't got a mouth.
I guess I'll make him a mouth. Make him a mouth. You wanna see the whole picture now?
What are house prices worth? You are then. Oh, alright, let's see you later. No, I couldn't live with my mum. Cool.
That's a what all zombie me you
Muddy
Cuddle.
puddles.
a red one
Go on then.
and a red
Fill it up with
medium.
stuff. Fill the paper up with drawings for me. Go on.
Make me a phone.
Not yet. Oh, cool, past 10. Go on, go play. Excuse me a minute, he's just taken a tumble. Sorry about that. He's just learnt there's a reason why you put your bum on a seat first and not your feet. Yeah, he sent his pens for it. Basically, instead of sitting on a chair properly, of course, he put his foot up to sort of, you know, and his foot slipped off the side of the chair because he didn't have it on there properly. So he sent everything flying. He's picking his pens up now. Do first, didn't you? Could you be any noisier when you're doing that?
What?
Could you be any noisier?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I can. Very quiet. Is everyone still asleep? Where's everybody this morning?
Matt's asleep.
Ah, Matt's asleep, isn't he?
Lazy boo.
Lazy boo.
He gets up at lunchtime.
He does. It's because he enjoys the peace and quiet that being up all night gives him. Your video editing's not chatting much. Didn't know you did videos. Oh, ow.
Okay, and what about going to move in with us?
Oh, well, they might not.
We might will.
My daughter and her husband are going to look at a flat on Wednesday.
But the drawing's still okay.
Drawing's okay, is it? Good, good. Can do some more.
I'm going to read a book.
Okay.
Do you like the drawing? The ninja, the like Ninjago ninjas, yeah? They always have to be Lego.
Do they? Why is Alpaca so floofy?
Because it does.
Yeah. It's everywhere.
It's on your head.
Is it? That's cool.
No, it isn't. Muddy puddles are actually flat.
brown. Muddy puddles are brown.
This colour?
No, that's black, isn't it? I can't see it from here. Yeah, I guess.
Two muddy puddles. The muddy puddle is ready. There's a map on this book. I have to collect weapons in this game and build a ninja. Jake said something, right? Weapons? Oh, cool. Kai sword, which is in a lava place. Cold weapon. You know which elements are? Fire, earth, lightning, and ice. They're weapons.
Right.
So, do you know which weapons kind is? A sword.
So I've done because I did the hill flaps on my bumblebee socks the other day.
Ninja.
And I've now gutted that down to the original stitch count. So I'm hoping that I can get them finished. Might have a lazy knitting day tomorrow. And hopefully get like the majority of them done. Or a lot of it done. So that I can get the socks finished really soon. And work some more on the grandbaby blanket.
Mummy.
Because I'm running out of time on that one. So
I love you.
I love you too, baby.
I love you better. We caught Kai's weapon.
Could you shush, please?
Oh.
No, I said shush. If you're going to be in here, you have to be quiet while I'm streaming.
Now I'm going to be a sensei boo. Sensei boo.
Carol! Quite quiet, you have to go in the other room. That's what he's like all the time. He never shuts up. It's noise all the time. Drives my older kids bonkers, you know? Because they're like, oh, I don't know, you put up that. Just filter him out. But then I'm aware of the fact that it's annoying to other people who aren't used to it.
Now both going in Legolas?
I must be holding this really tightly because it keeps knotting around the plait. I didn't have this problem with the last braid.
The bunny.
Feels like this one's more floofy than the other one.
The bunny ninjas.
Oh, good too, baby.
What is that? I think you just press it.
Okay. I think everyone's asleep.
I think they just snored.
Are they all snoring? Is that what it is?
I got to the end of the book.
I need to get a pair of cymbals and clash them right over the microphone. That'll wake you all up.
You get clacketers. Lego clacketers. But the best ones I really get is the new ones. They're like super high. So you can get sets of this.
You're starting a June blanket. What's a June blanket?
That was all about Sensei's blues.
My grandson's got so many blankets, it's not even funny. You know? Right, now pick it up. Because he's got the one that I'm currently making him. And then I said to my daughter that I want to make him one of those corner to corner temperature blankets for the first year of his life. And then he's got blankets obviously that he's going to inherit off of Daryl. And she was like, I'm going to be so overwhelmed with blankets.
I feel like putting the film.
Okay, you can now go and put a film on if it'll make you quiet. Okay, love you.
Love you too. I like watching.
I'm just going to pop to the little girl's room. Because, you know,
The little
I drank tea and I have the bladder of a moron because I've had 5
The
children.
little girl's room is also the boys' room.
going to take 3 hours for my browser to actually do something about that. Oh, hang on. I've got a web page open and everything. This is good stuff. Yeah, alright. So I'll set them up with a film. Well, YouTube actually, but there we go. Hang on, it's loading. I should have done that before I went to the loo, really, but there we go. Oh, that's pretty. It's like little shells. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Seashell stripe. Ah, very pretty. Like that a lot. So I don't use blankets at home, so it's a bit pointless me making them. Neither does anybody else I know, so I can't even make them for other people, you know. You're doing the king size for your bed then, yeah? I mean, I made that St. Kieran one from Celtic Knitting in that purple, and it's been sat on the back of my chair since. It's just not getting used. Daryl doesn't need blankets because he's furnace when he goes to sleep. Which is why, another reason I never made a sock blanket from leftovers, because, you know, it just wouldn't get used, it'd be a waste. I never know what to do with my leftover sock yarn. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. I have been quite tempted by a whatever sweater. For slobbering around the house in. I can't wait for this bobbin to be full so that I can see like the colours, gradients up the side of the bobbin. Movement upstairs. My son might actually be awake. And it's only 10:40. That's unusual. Yep, there's definite movement. For such a skinny thing, he's very heavy on his feet. I'm very excited. My sea socks, when I cast on the sea socks, are in some of that Easy Knits yarn I bought. I think it's Celestial something or other. I'm like, I want to cast it on. But I know that if I cast it on, I won't finish the Bumblebee socks because I'm like that. I am suddenly starving, you guys. Does anybody else get that? You know, you're awake and all is good and you're going about your morning doing whatever it is that you're doing, and all of a sudden your stomach's like, oi, did you forget about me? Why, yes I did. It is hard to resist. It's like it's over there. Over there. Down the other side of my chair. I've got this gorgeous chair that I bought. It's a charity shop find actually. And it's beautiful. And I love it. And that's the one Daryl's just fallen off of. and all the sock yarn is like in a big bag down the other side of that chair. And I'm like, I'm really tempted to just, it's not even wound. I would have to wind it and all that. And I'm like, I want to do it. You're fighting to keep your sock knitting urges slow. Oh no! Is that why we've done the blanket as a sort of like a temporary, like a little break? I must admit, when I did the 52 pair plunge, I got about halfway through and I was like, I don't need 52 pairs of socks. You know? So why do I need 52 pairs of socks? You just want to work on something other than socks? Yeah, well, take a break then. Always come back to them. Morning, dear. You're up early. Pardon? Yeah, well, yeah. Can I have a cup, please? Let's see if he's selectively deaf on that one. He's either ignoring me or he's deaf. Halfway point is the bitch. Yeah, because you get to halfway and you're like, you know, 26 pairs is quite a lot of socks, isn't it? You know? And do I really need another 26 pairs? And yet you've got enough yarn there to knit 13 years worth of socks. He is like either deaf or selectively ignoring me. Ma! Ma! Can I have a cup, please? I did ask. I did say please and I was really nice and everything. Because you know you love me. Thank you!
Where is the kitten?
Out.
Okay.
I threw it out this morning. It's a kitten. It's fucking like 20 years old, stupid thing. Threw her out this morning. You got 29 pairs and 30 is on the needles. You're well over halfway. Come on, you can do it. See, I know from past experience that I can't have multiple whips on the day because they just won't get done. Thank you. Love you. So mature, Matthew. I've got stuff on the needles that's been a whip for 10 years or more because I just put it aside and then I start something new and I just don't get on with it. Of course, the issue I've got now is the majority of the things that I started would no longer fit me because I've gained so much weight. Yeah, I know I had a real bad case of startitis about 7 or 8 years ago before I fell pregnant with Daryl, and I cast on like a gazillion things. And I bought yarn for a gazillion things as well, and I even made a list of what the yarn was going to be used for and all of that lot. And I haven't cast any of it on, any of that lot on. But yeah, I did have like a whole slew of stuff. I frogged a shitload of it when I sorted out my room, which, now looks like a bomb struck again. 1 pair of travel socks that normally live in your car. Yeah. Yeah. See, I had a pair of that. I logged back into Ravelry for the first time in ages the other week, and I actually had in there, like, car socks. And I had no info on what they were, and I was like, what the fuck were these? Do you know what I mean? I don't remember. Don't remember what yarn they were, what socks they were, or anything. Because I don't do the school run in the car, but there are so many times when it's like, oh yeah, have some knitting in the car. It's ideal for if you're waiting somewhere. You bought loads of yarn at Christmas with projects in mind. Never got around to casting any of them on. Yeah, I mean, I did that. I had like I bought a load of jumper patterns years back. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to cast that on with such and such a yarn. And I did actually write a list down, and I've lost the list. So I can't remember what yarn I assigned to what project. And I probably don't have enough yarn for half of them anyway now, because I'd have to work a larger size. And I was all about, yeah, I'm going to get fitter this year, and I still want to. But the issue I've got is that I had, migraine for the first 3 weeks. And as it said, I've had a sort of pretty much constant bellyache. And the last thing you want to do when you're in fucking pain is exercise, isn't it? To be fair though, it's not even been a month since Christmas, so, you're alright on that score. I've got yarn that's been sat for 10 years or more. Might go out for a walk in a bit. It's quite nice out there at the minute. Oh, it's hot. Good morning, is that? I'm just going to call you Alba, because otherwise I'm going to totally butcher your name. You so wish you could spin, it looks therapeutic. It is very therapeutic. My spinning streams tend to be quite quiet because everybody's too busy listening to the wheel and dozing. You put all your whips in a clear plastic crate with the hopes that seeing them every time you sit down will make you feel guilty enough to work on them. Sometimes when you cast on when your 12-year-old was a baby. yeah. I've got whips that go back to before Daryl was born. to before I moved to Romsey, you know, really old whips. I got one and I keep looking at it thinking I need to get on and finish that. And it's like a it's a tunic style top, but it's done in lace yarn. And it's a beautiful sort of, it's blues and whites, you know, it ended up being quite a sort of mild yarn. Marled, M-A-R-L-E-D. And it's really nice. And it's got like a scoop neck. Well, no, it's more of a boat neck, so it's not quite so low as what I normally wear. You know, so it's sort of scoop neck there, long sleeves, and it will look really, really nice when it's done. But it's lace and it takes forever. Hubby keeps asking, are you going to finish some of yours? Yeah, eventually. Good morning, Tanto. How are you this morning, my dear? That might be my goal for 2022. Finish all the projects that are on the needles. But like I said, I mean, I've frogged some of them. Some of them are my whips and some are my mum's whips. That, you know, she basically, when she stopped knitting due to her failing eyesight, and I was like, I can't finish these for you. And she said, well, because my tension is so incredibly different from yours, it just wouldn't work. Because my mum's a very, very loose knitter. It drives me mad. And she's gotten even looser as she's gotten older, because obviously she doesn't grip the needles as tightly. So, you know, you just don't tell him, because when you really do, it's deadline. Yeah, it's official then, isn't it? Yeah, it's a deadline then, and it's no longer fun then. It's like people keep saying to me, are you spinning for a project? And I'm like, no, I spin because I enjoy the process. Although Dork sent me some really, really nice fibre a couple of weeks ago that will be socks when I spin that, because it's beautiful. She dyed it purple for me and everything. Your plan is to do some this year but not had a great start. Well, see, I'm doing socks this year, Tantale, because, you know, the ABC challenge, and I'm sort of interspersing that with the grandbaby blanket. But the grandbaby blanket does have a deadline, obviously, because, you know, that's when he'll be born. So I kind of need to get that done, and I need to get it done by the time he's born, because that's going to be his coming home from the hospital blanket. And I'm running out of time, because he's due, oh my god, the 23rd of January, he's due on the 23rd of April. So yeah, don't have a lot of time, but I am halfway through it, so... Sounds lovely. You've just been gifted 3 skeins of gorgeous lace weight yarn. You're desperate to cast on a huge shawl, but no, you shouldn't. Cast it on. Cast it on. God. You know you want it. You just had a random sneezing fit. I'm getting alpaca fluff everywhere. I am, yes. It's all over the fucking shop. Unless someone asks you to make something, then yeah, what you're working on gets put down and theirs gets done. See, I don't make for other people. I don't make for other people. Well, so, I mean, yeah, I'm making a grandbaby blanket, but that's because he's my grandson. But I don't make for other people. I rarely even make for my kids, to be perfectly honest. You probably won't get all the way through to Z, but you want to do ABC socks, but maybe not in order. How much does it pain you not to do it in order? See, my analness will not allow me to do that. Yeah, I've got a little bit of time, and it's a quick work blanket. It's all stocking and garter stitch, really. So, you know, it's very easy. It's TV knitting, you know, like socks, really. It's nice and plain and easy to do. Yeah, we will enable you, shenanigans. We will enable you all the way, and then you can go away and tell hubby, it's not my fault, Twitch made me do it. You don't do it for everyone, especially people get the rest. No, mostly do it for yourself, and because of Miss L. Yeah, she's getting blamed. That's only because she's not here. If you can't blame Miss L, then you've got to blame Dork. You got to grip with socks and you're obsessed with them just now. I love socks. These are my bee socks. That's the heel. Did the heel on stream the other day. Problem is, you start with A, it'll cause you more annoyance if you do try sock madness, because it's unlikely to fall in with the letters, and you still have Dorks Tangle socks to finish them and the You need to stop knitting for other people. They take the piss. Yeah, they do. That's why I don't do it. You know, I occasionally will knit something like, and my daughter will steal it. You know, or occasionally I'll say to her, you know, do you fancy a pair of socks or a pair of gloves or a hat or something? But I don't knit big stuff for other people. I've had people say, you know, oh, would you knit me such and such? And I'm like, you can't afford me. No, what do you mean by that? I had one guy, I used to go bingo with an ex-friend of mine. And there was this young bloke that worked there in the kitchen. He's a chef, did you? Jack of potatoes and that. And he said to me, he was like, would you make me a pair of socks? And I was like, you can't afford me. And he was like, why not? And I said, right. I said, it takes me a week of knitting, you know, quite a few hours of a day, say 8 hours a day for a good week to knit a pair of socks. So he's like, right. I said, the yarn, a skein of yarn cost you, you know, 15, 20 quid. I said, let's say 20 to make it easy for you to calculate. Now go away and work out how much that would be at minimum wage. And he passed me about 20 minutes later, and as he walked past, he just went, I was like, exactly. You'd blame Miss Al even if she were here. She'd probably say shit. Yeah, she blames me for spinning. I'm the one that sold her first spinning wheel. Blame dog is the thing. It is. That's why we blame you, because you're there and we can blame you. Hashtag blame dog, yeah. You got the yarn for your sea socks yesterday. Hang on, wait a minute. You bought yarn for your sea socks. Did you not have yarn that began with the letter C in that ginormous wall of yarn that you showed me a photo of the other day? You could resist it. When the pattern is called the Cox socks and you find a young colourway called 50 Shades of 4 well, yeah, I know, but I think somebody needs to take away Dork's internet privileges until she's knit up at least a year's worth of that fucking yarn. Either that or put it up for sale. We'll buy some of it. I'll buy some of it. Because once I've finished the ABC socks, I'll only have about 5 skeins of sock yarn left. And I definitely need to make a pair of gloves. And a new hat. I am now cold. I require heating to be turned on. That is not the heating do. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's string. Hang on. My temperature. Oh, balls! I've just dropped it. Fuck's sake! I'm having one of those mornings. Hang on, I've dropped my thingy that turns the heating up. I can't reach it. Not without risking life and limb. There we go. No, wrong way. That's it. Turn the heating on. Sorry about that. I have dropsy syndrome. Yeah. Good morning, for fuck's sake. Good morning, Mrs. O. How's it going? I do. I literally dropped something as you came in. It's like, for fuck's sake. That's my favourite curse, that is. My monitor looks like it's really low. Tipped really low. Can I tip it up a little bit? Yay. Always use a ruler when you can't reach. It's great. Yeah, I drop everything. You only have like 5 skeins of sock yarn in total. You'll need to buy as you go along. Yeah, that was my plan when I first sort of started acquiring a stash, was that I was only going to buy for the projects I need. Yeah. I have brought it down a huge amount. My yarn stash is right down now. My fibre stash is out of control. So, well, that colour does. But then we're getting into purples again soon. There's a real bluey bit of this. I don't remember there being blue like in the last braid, but there we go. You do need more sock yarn though. Everyone needs more sock yarn. You don't have enough stash of that. But yeah, but your sock yarn stash is completely separate from your other stash. Sock yarn doesn't count. So you can have as much sock yarn as you like. It's the law. You can have as much sock yarn as you like, and it doesn't count towards your actual stash of yarn. If you finish some projects, your yarn stash will come down, but you do want to try some fabric orientated crafts too. Yeah, me too. And do a bit more spinning, so no chance of a complete reduction. Any reallocation? Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, Willie the Sloth. How are you? Trouble is, I never need words. I never know what to do with my yarn once I've spun it. I learned a long time ago, always buy more than 100 grams of any colourway, because there's very little you can do with 100 grams of fibre once it's spun up. It never seems to make much. But I spin quite fine, so I can stretch it quite far. Like this will eventually become a 4-ply yarn. Because I bought 2 braids of this alpaca, and I've got 2 braids of Polworth that are similar colours but brighter. And I'm going to make a 4-ply yarn out of it just to see what it's like. But Christ knows what I'll do with it. Because I don't actually like knitting garments in yarn that requires to be fucking blocked every time you wash the garment. You know? Excellent. You should inform the mister that sock yarn doesn't count towards stash. He's going to ban you from Twitch this way. No, it's true. You ask any knitter, anybody that knits socks. You can go on Ravelry, you can ask Dork, you can ask Elle. There you go. See, Dork even says sock yarn doesn't count, so technically you don't have a stash at all. There you go. That's what you say in here. Get told you have too much yarn. They go, hell no, you can never have enough. Always need more. Just working on a Sherazade. I think I was locked down. That's it. To be fair, I buy most of my yarn online because I don't have yarn shops here. Not that they're any good anyway. Maybe I should sell my handspun. Not any good, no. The only yarn shops here just sell all acrylic-y stuff, you know. It's like there is one like literally down the road, and I went in there once and I was hunting about and I was like, oh, have you got any Stylecraft DK, special DK? And she went, no, we don't sell that. And I was like, oh, right. She had every other size. She had 4-ply and chunky and... Have you seen this yarn shop in Lake, Shenanigans? But she didn't sell DK. So I sort of looked at her a bit puzzled and I was like, why? And she said, oh, well, there's no call for it, is there? I was like, excuse me? And she said, no, there's no call for DK. And I was like, you're kidding, aren't you? I said, most adult jumpers are made out of DK yarn. But she didn't sell it. And not only that, but you know, a ball of yarn from a yarn shop here costs like about £3 fucking. I can get it for much cheaper than that online. And I know you're all supposed to support local, but I'm not supporting local if it's going to cost me twice as much. You've only got one there. She's normally not too bad. Sorry, I'm sort of peering because the window's now reflecting on my monitor and I can't see fuck all. But for sock yarn, yeah, Wool Warehouse has made a bit off of you. You have a basket ready for the next order. So you can't get sock yarn in here. You're fortunate that you work full time, so have your own money to spend on your own stash. If you get complaints, you just look at his things, but he's pretty good. And you try not to let it get too hand, but you do take over the spare room. This is my spare room. This is my craft room. This is the biggest room in the house. And I've got a yarn stash in here. And then upstairs, I've got my fibre in my bedroom. There's a massive, like, ornate chest that my fibre lives in. And this has also got all my paper crafting stuff in it as well. So, yeah. 99% of your stash is DK. Exactly. I was totally nonplussed when she said that. I was like, you're joking, right? That's the majority of what I knit, especially adult garments, tend to be like a DK yarn. But she was like, no, there's just no call for it. Like, oh, I won't be coming in here again then. There's one in Schacht. The only time you went in there, they were pretty rude to me. I don't know that one's... Oh, is that the one on the same side as Nationwide? Yeah, they don't seem at all interested when you go in, do they? And they sell some higher class yarn, but they're really expensive. Really, really expensive in there. And I'm just like... Buy local every now and then, but online mostly, especially for bigger things. Discounts are nice, and some of the online ones are like bloody DFS. Well, yeah. Sounds like the game devs. Nobody wants to play single player games anymore. Yeah, right. That's it. Do you actually check with anybody on this? You know? Yeah, they're mega expensive in there. I went in to have a look because they did have some like higher end yarns. And I was shocked at the price that they're charging now. I was just like, wow. Turn around and walk back out again. There's one shop in Wales that won't allow you to buy yarn unless you buy a pattern for it from them. What? But what if I've already got a pattern that I want to assign that yarn to? What? Yeah, that makes no sense. Yeah. No, I've been in there I think twice. And one time, the second time I only went in because I needed something. Well, I can't remember what it was now. And I went in, I thought, oh, maybe that shop's got it. And I went in and asked for it, and they sort of looked at me a bit blankly. And I was like, it's alright, don't worry, I'll have a look around. And I'd look around, couldn't find it, so I was like, yeah, whatever. Wait, I have glitter in mine? In my what? In my socks I do. Yeah. This is West Yorkshire Spinners Silent Night socks. Are you knitting, is your yarn, is it Reggio your yarn? I think it's Reggio. Because I've got a pair that look almost exactly the same as this, but they've not got any sparkle in them. You try to use Etsy and support some of the knitting YouTubers you watch. Yeah, the thing is, I'm one of those really odd people. I love knitting with acrylic. I love it. You knit it, you can chuck it in the washing machine. You know, 9 times out of 10 you can chuck it in the tumble dryer if necessary, and it doesn't require blocking. It keeps its shape, and it's quite soft. I love Starcraft Special. Starcraft Special is fucking great stuff. And my garments all tend to be made out of Starcraft Special. Godzilla Park Farm have some yarn from their animals. Oh really? They got any fluff to spin? You had a lovely little shop. Lady was so nice, but she had to close. Like the other shop, but only could be a little funny and pretty expensive. Decided to check out on the sewing shops that relocated to central town. They have a little yarn there. Actually, they look nice. Yeah, I love knitting with acrylic. Sorry, but I don't have time to wash a load of knitted garments in the sink with a fucking wool soak and then block it all out. You know, I've got a small child, a dog and a cat. You know, an old blind dog and a cat. Where the hell am I gonna block a load of shit out? You know, give me acrylic anytime. That's why I say I spin all this stuff and then I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do with this now. You love acrylic for sweaters and blankets. You're hard on your clothes. You want sweaters. Exactly. I am too. You know, and I'm a slob. So it all gets chucked in together. And I'm not one of those people that sorts lights and colours and, you know, garment type and that. Everything goes in on a fucking 50-degree wash in my washing machine. No, it's a 30-degree wash for 155 minutes. And it's the most common one, you know, polyester or some such bloody thing. Yeah, no time for messing around with any of that. The only time I use like expensive yarns is if I knit shawls, which I don't knit shawls anymore because, you know, I've got a gazillion of them that I don't ever wear. Or socks. Yeah, can't be asked to sort clothes. Yeah, double check. See, I don't carry tissues. And it's like I always say to my kids, I don't mind if you bring any laundry up for me to do. That's fine, because it's literally me and Daryl otherwise, and that ends up like we wash when we've run out of clothes. Do you know what I mean? Every 10 days I do one load of washing. It's great, unless I strip the beds, and then that's a separate load. But the only things that get washed separately is the bed linen, which only because that makes a load all on its own. So that goes in on usually a higher temperature wash. If I remember to turn the dial on the washing machine. And towels, because I tend to do all the towels in one go, and they make up a load on their own as well. But clothes, they all go in together because I'm sorry, I don't have time for that kind of bollocks. You do like that you have a hand wash cycle on your machine. You can use socks, it's fine on handspun as well. Oh, you risk putting handspun in the machine, do you? I must admit, I have just washed like all of my socks, bar a couple of pairs, went in on a gentle, you know, the gentlest, it's either a wool wash or a hand wash last night. It's about an hour long, so I'll be interested to see what state my socks are in. White grown wool. Okay, I'll have a look. You bought a washing machine with no agitator and it has hand washing set. Cool. Yeah, the only other thing I wash separately from towels and bed linen is the bath mats in my bathroom. And they're a really, really dark purple, and that's only because the colour runs. And I found that out the hard way. All of my underwear went a lovely shade of purple when I first washed bath mats. You tried it on some non-superwash handspun socks. Ah. Because it's like people are like, oh yeah, I'd soak all my socks in wool soak in the sink, and I'm like, after I've been stomping around in my socks all day long, you know, because I normally got my shoes on. Don't wear shoes when I'm spinning because I don't want to damage the wheel, you know, because the wood's quite soft. But I wear my shoes a lot because they've got arch support and my arches are collapsing. And they're great because they do support my arches really, really nicely. And I tend to wear my shoes even at home. So, you know, by the end of the day, my feet are more than a little bit ripe, I suppose is the correct. Soaking in the sink for a day is not going to do it. They need proper washing. You will wash things that shed with things that it won't stick to or on its own just because the irritation of getting fluff out. Yeah. Yes, I'm of the opinion that these people that just soak their stuff in the sink with that wool wash, I can't remember what it's called, obviously don't actually hardware their socks. They just wash them and put their feet up for the day or something. You forget that one jumper that's the problem. Is it eucalypt? No, is it? I can't remember what it's called now. Dork, what's that? That sock wash that everybody was selling. And everybody bought it. You can't get it in shops. You've got to get it from like a yarny person. It is and it isn't. It's tending to knot a bit around the rest of the plait as I go, because it's so. It's like it's also almost got a extra covering of yarn around the outside of the plait. You wear your socks for walking the dog and gardening, etc. You're on your feet. But it's not. Exactly. Yeah. They need to be washed properly. I'm convinced that all these people that stick it in... was it soak? It might be soak. See, I keep thinking unicorn. Why do I keep thinking unicorn? They obviously wash them and put them on and then sit with their feet up all day, because I'm sorry, but soak just doesn't do it for when socks are worn, hard worn. Not unless you soak them for fucking weeks. Why am I thinking unicorn when it comes to... Is there one called unicorn? Or is just my brain gone somewhere else? That happens quite a lot. I don't like the smell of soak anyway. There was a unicorn wash. Yeah. No, it wasn't eucalypt. Ah, right, that'd be what it is then. It's American wool wash, hard to get here. There we go. Answers that then. Yeah, I'm sure one of my chair arms is higher than the other, because when I lean on this way, I don't feel like I'm leaning quite so much, but when I lean that way, I feel like I'm going fucking miles. But I'm not comfortable leaning that side. Yeah. Oh God, I did not want to get up this morning. I'm trying so hard to be good and get up in the mornings, but I just... Even Daryl was like, do we have to get up? I thought we should. We should, really. But we've had a couple of bad nights this week. I'm going to have to do a hunt to see if I've got another woolly winder bobbin, because I've got one that's got the other half of this braid on it, or the other one of this braid, because like I said I bought two. I've got one in my basket here, and I've got one over there, but this is going to be a 4-ply yarn and I need a bobbin to ply onto. I could put my other flyer back on, and you know, my proper flyer, and do it on a standard flyer, but that's just boring. I always feel like I get more on with a woolly winder, so I may have to order another bobbin. Oh, the hardship. Did you compare the whirl size and everything? Is it exactly the same size as your standard bobbin? Because it's like, I don't get why they don't... See, to me that looks like it goes a lot closer to the arms than my other bobbin does. Dork. Oh, excuse the sneezing, that's my son. Bless you. When Daryl was little, if anybody ever sneezed, he would go, chew at them. So like if I sneezed, he'd go, chew mummy afterwards. Yes. Now he says, splash you.
It is called splash you.
It was cuter when you said chew.
Splash you is called now.
It is called now. Splash you. And it's funny, I don't mind having like, you know, a couple of different knitting projects on the go, but I only ever have one spinning project on the go. For my standard flower, I've got like 7 or 8 bobbins, but I only ever have one spinning project on the go now. When you were little, you didn't understand it was bless you. Yeah, it's one word, isn't it? Bless you. Yeah. Daryl says splash you. But yeah, when he was little, he'd go chew mummy at you. And he'd always wake up in the morning and go, hi mummy, I've been nice. Hello baby, so you have. Good morning, Red and the Wolf. That's, yeah, no, drink more tea or coffee, whatever. Morning, give up, can't type. More coffee needed. Definitely. I wish I liked coffee. I wish I could drink coffee, even if I did like it. It seems to help so many people get through the day. You're trying to work on socks. A bloody dog is one. What? You're trying to work on socks, but the bloody dog is one and is tearing around the place. Oh, on one and is tearing around the place, causing chaos. Mine's snoring. She does. she doesn't do tearing around the place unless there's another dog involved, and then she collapses for a bit. All the booze today. You see blue fibre and blue socks. The fibre's slowly going pink again. Onto pinky purpley fibre. Coffee smells so bad to you. It does to me as well. I've never liked coffee. My mum always used to drink coffee. Never liked it, but occasionally I smell fresh coffee and I think, oh, that's nice. That smells really nice, you know. Fresh coffee smells quite nice. It's like fresh bread, isn't it? It can't beat the smell of fresh bread. They always say if you want to sell your home, bake a loaf of bread before people come and view it. Makes it more appealing. Yes, it's slowly changing colour. Now more of a pinky. It's a variegated thing. It's mostly blue though, this one. It's going to make quite a mild yarn when it's all applied together. It's going to look quite good. Pup's only 9 months old. Oh god, what kind of dog is it? Don't know that I could go back to a puppy again. Your cat is 9 months. Oh. I don't know that I could go. I'd love to get, when my two have gone, because they're both quite old, I would love to get another cat, but I couldn't go through the whole 3 AM fucking herring around the house, and just like that would do my head in. So that last cat I had, he was beautiful. He had Maine Coon in him, and he was a massive cat. His tail was about 1.5 feet long, and it was so floofy. Absolutely beautiful. And when I first got him, I decided that I would shut him in one room at night so that there wasn't none of this. Yeah, God, he was gorgeous. So there was none of this waking everybody up at 3 AM and all that lot. And I didn't want him jumping in Daryl's cot because he was absolutely obsessed with Daryl. So I shut him in here, and everywhere he could reach, by standing on his back legs and stretching, scratched all around the wallpaper. He ripped up the carpet by the door trying to get out, you know, totally wrecked. I'd only been living back in here for about 6 months, not even that. And I'd redecorated when I moved back in. I need to redecorate again now because of the way he tore the place up. And then, like, you can see which rooms upstairs that he liked because he did the same thing. Up there, just scratched all the wallpaper, and I'm like, I've never had a cat that's done that, scratch wallpaper, and I've had cats most of my life. It was a bit of a shock when I came down and sort of found the lounge totally fucking shredded. I was like, what? This used to be my lounge. Like, oh my god, look at the fucking state of it. Ripped the carpet up so I couldn't get the door open because he'd ripped the carpet up. A mixed breed Romanian rescue, so I have no idea. My neighbour's just done that, but her dog's is it a Greek breed, something like a Kalini or something. She's only small. She looks a bit like a Papillon, but not in those colours. She's more of a sort of tan colour. Really pretty little dog, and she's only a baby as well. She's only like a few months old, about 7 months old, I think my neighbour said she was. Really pretty. You're thinking about spinning today yourself before you came in. See if you get to afternoon. Toby's clawed some of the carpet. He doesn't scratch walls really. One of your was. Yeah, I've never had that. Never had a cat scratch wood, but he wrecked the joint. And you could see where I used to have furniture in here because it will be blank so far up, and then you know the wall will be marked from where the top of the sofa used to be, as high as the cat could scratch, and that fucking it got up quite high. Standing on sort of the back of the sofa, he had a good. About 5 foot up bloody wall, little shithead. Watching me spins quite a bit. It is very, very hypnotic. Your cats have destroyed the Calypso cubes. The answer, you want to get the actual like cupboards or the drawer inserts, because then they can't ruin those, because the cubes are just fabric, aren't they? Oh, one night I forgot to put my knitting away, and that went all around the room. Loads of fun with that. It was everywhere when I got up the next day. I was like, oh my god, he chewed a set of my needles. I was just like, you're an asshole cat.
Just got my blanket.
Got your blanket. That's the thing, some cats like to try and eat wires, some don't give a damn. Some claws wall, other floors, again some don't bother. No, I've never had cats, even the cat I've got now. She doesn't scratch anything. She doesn't even claw at the carpet. You know. And all the cats I've ever had previously never clawed anything. But that kitten, yeah, he was a bloody nightmare. And I would have let him have free run of the house if it weren't for the fact that I knew he would have gone and gotten in Daryl's cot. And Daryl at the time was only sort of 6 months old. And I wasn't prepared for a cat to go in there and sort of try and sleep on his head or something. Yeah, no, the one I've got now, she goes straight past it, doesn't give it a second look. But this, well, to be fair, he was only a kitten at the time, so, you know. Toby grabs your yarn balls like prey, drags them off. If you're winding them, he gets hold of them. Not so much now though. Yeah. To be honest, I don't think my old girl would bother even if I dangled it in front of her. The only thing she plays with is a catnip mouse. It's not a mouse, it's a banana. It's a catnip banana, and I bought it in Aldi like a couple of years ago, and she'll go walking down the hallway like she hasn't even spotted it, and then all of a sudden she'll just attack it and roll around on the floor like a complete lunatic. And I accidentally washed it yesterday. I brought all the laundry down and dumped it on the floor in front of the fucking washing machine, scooping laundry up, chucking it in the machine bit by bit, you know. And when I was pulling it all out, this fucking catnip banana fell out. I was like, oh no. Only thing the cat plays with. She's not going to talk to me for weeks now. She knows that catnip banana probably won't work anymore. So I'll be interested to see whether she still plays with it now it's been through the washing machine. Yours tried when they were kittens. No, if you're doing a blanket, come try and lie on it, yeah. I'd love to have a house full of cats. I would love a lot of cats. I used to have a lot of cats. I was fostering a family at one point in my house. It was a woman who'd been rendered homeless, and there was her and her 2 children. One was sort of 13 odd and the other, she was about 10, 11. And when they moved in, I already had 4, 5, 6 cats. I had 6 cats. I lived in a big house then. I had 6 cats. And when she moved in, she bought another 8 because she had like 2 adult queens who had both like given birth within a couple of weeks of each other, and between the two adult cats they'd had, you know, sort of 4 or 5 kittens each. And at one point I had 14 cats living in my house. Absolute nightmare. I'll track down some of Toby's favourite fish poultry on eBay because he adored it and destroyed it when he got bigger, and now you have like 3. And don't leave it with him after you destroyed the second one. Oops. It wasn't too manic, you know. They were out most of the time. But yeah, I did, because yeah, that was right, because I had a couple, and then like, well, I think one of mine had kittens, and then when she came down, she had her 2 girls, and they were both nursing at the time, and it was just like, oh my god. But there was always a cat sleeping somewhere. One of hers, she had this thing about sleeping across the banister at the top of the stairs. So you'd go up the stairs and you'd look up, and where the banister cornered like that, the cat would sleep across the diagonal bit, actually across the hand. I've got a photo of it somewhere. I need to find it. And it was me standing on the stairs looking up, and there was this cat like dangled like a piece of bunting from corner to corner of the handrail on the banister, and she was asleep. And I'm like, how could you fucking weirdo? But Christ, if she falls, she's going to fall a long way, because it was an old house, so really high ceilings. Yeah, it just totally baffled me. That was one of hers. So yeah, in the house we had, was it 2 adults, 6 children, 14 cats and a dog. We would have had 2 dogs, but she had a Great Dane, and the Great Dane was too old to cope in my house because I didn't have carpets. I had laminated flooring throughout, and the hips had gone on this Great Dane, so the Dane went to a rescue, foster family, while she was staying with me, because she just wouldn't have coped on my floors. So yeah, it was a good thing it was a big house, really. Yeah, she wouldn't have been able to cope because her hips had gone, and she's very, very old for a Great Dane. My collie didn't give a shit about it, you know. He loved the slidey floor. So yes, that was a manic year. That was. 2 women, 6 kids, 14 cats, and a dog. Yeah, they don't live very long, though, do they? That's the trouble. Danes only tend to live about 7 or 8 years, and hers was 9. So, you know, she was old. She was a harlequin as well. She was a beautiful dog, really beautiful dog. But I just said, look, I'm sorry, I don't have room for a Dane as well. You know, she'd sit on your lap. If you sat down, she'd come walk along and she'd turn around so that her bum was facing you and just plonk her bum on your lap. It was so funny. Lovely dog, but after sort of some discussion, we agreed that she just wouldn't have been able to cope in the house. Yeah. So we got in touch with the Great Dane charity, and they were like, actually, we have people that foster animals, you know, foster the dogs for families that are in your friend's situation, and they found us somebody here on the island, which was really good because it meant she could go visit. Okay, actually, let me use the loo before you do. Right, BRB, pee break. Everybody get up and stretch. I'm back. Your friend has a dog like that, bigger than her, still wants to be a lap dog. Yeah, why is it always the big ones that want to like sprawl on you? And you know, by the way they sit there, that they find that funny. The ones that sprawl. My mum used to work with this lady, and her and her husband had a Burmese mountain dog, and he used to do that. He used to sit on you, given half the chance. My oldest son, when they've got their... Sorry, it's my mum. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry about that. My mum shares an Audible account with me, and my mum's like almost blind, so she listens to audiobooks a lot, and she has to phone me up because she can't see she can't see like the screen on her iPad well enough to go and look through and read it all to find out what she wants to read next. So she tends to pick books that are in like a really big series. And then she just like, can you order me the next book, please? And I'm like, yeah, that's fine, you know. Or she'll phone up, she'll go, right, I want something new. I've heard about so-and-so and so-and-so. Could you go and tell me what the blurb is? So I go and read it all to her. And she's like, yeah, go on then, I'll give that one a try. And yeah. That's what she was phoning up for. I need a new book. I was like, well, you'd have to wait. So do you need it right this precise minute? She's like, no. Okay, good. Call you back. I'm really hungry. Does anybody else get heartburn when they're hungry? Yeah, right. No, it's like I go down there once a month, pay all her bills for her, and open her mail and yeah, right. It's weird. It's more like a heartburn because I get that sticky feeling, you know. I get it as well. Like if I have cereal, my body doesn't seem to like it if I have a lot of dairy now. I don't have a lot of dairy normally anyway, but like if I have Weetabix for breakfast, oh, that's awful. Reflux. Yeah, bummer, innit? Your son bought your croissant. Oh, nice. Goes to the bakery every Saturday for an elderly lady across the street. Bless his heart. And sometimes brings treats for you. Oh, sausage, I sang a banger. Oh, I haven't had sausage sandwich in ages. That's it, now I want a sausage sandwich. I really like the almond croissants they do in Tesco's. Those are nice. Oh, I don't have sausage sandwich in ages. Right, I'm gonna call that a day. I'm starving. I need to go and eat. I'm actually starting to feel quite sick. So we'll call that a day there. Oh, you turned out quite well, that teenager of yours. Is it too early to start? It's never too early to start sweets. Bacon mix. Yum, 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 yum. Let's move that over there. Right, so is there anybody on we can raid? Shall we see? Oh, cramp in my hand now. Oh, I need to eat, you guys. Starving. Let's see. I didn't want to pin that. I fucking hate that everything seems to be linked to Pinterest. Oh, you're kidding me. I hate Pinterest. I don't get the attraction, frankly. Anybody know the Nail Queen 1991? She alright? Thank you. Have a good day, sweetie. Somebody's doing Lego. I might go and see what she's doing. I'm gonna go see what she's doing. She's not doing Lego. She's now hosting somebody else. Don't you fucking hate when they do that? She's down as doing Lego and I click on her and it's somebody else. I literally just clicked onto Makers and Crafters. How dare you not be you? Oh, there's me. Okay, alright, let's try the Nail Queen instead then. Thank you for the follow. And Annie. Oh, I've got there's an ad. I hate ads. Go away. So let's go and raid Nail Queen 1991. She's doing some embroidery. Kick on and drink coffee. That sounds like a plan. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. I will get my schedule sorted out as to what days I'm going to spin, and I'll put it down in my thingy down there. There's a Daryl coming. If not, you can find me also on YouTube. I upload there most days. So yeah, have a fantastic one. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Stay safe and all of that business.
Bye.
And all of that. Give me a kiss. Mwah. See you later, guys. Taddy bye.
Bye.